What is going on, everyone? Lone Gamer back at with some more Skyrim Anniversary Edition. This is my Necromancer playthrough. Last episode, we left Riverwood and made our way over to Whiterun to inform the Jarl of the dragon that attacked Helgen. And he has now given us permission to buy property in the city, which I do not have the septums for. But we'll eventually work on that. Now we have to go help Irileth fight this dragon over at the watchtower, so we're going to take care of that here in a few minutes. I want to do a quick read over these books real quick, just so I can kind of get them out of the way, and I'm going to do a little bit of exploring up here in the Jarl's quarters, and we'll go over here and take care of that dragon. What if I'll get busted if I open this case, just so I can get some experience, because I'm right on the verge of 20. Let's see, which way is it? This way? There. I'll go ahead and read this real quick. Actually, I may read one side of this and then we'll go, because it's going to take a few minutes, and then we'll come when we come back from the dragon at the watchtower. I'll read the other side. That way, it's just not boring as I'll get out watching this. No, actually, I'll just go ahead and do it. I mean, while I'm here, change my mind. Just don't like to leave anything unfinished here. Okay, that one was quick. Map updated? What updated? Huh. Oh man, this is a long one. Oh man, this is like a full book. Go. Alright, that's done. Let's go up here. Should be one of those stones up in the Jarl's room, and I'm going to try to pick this master lock over here. It's kind of dark in here. Actually, this is apprentice. I should be able to get that. So which way is it going? It's going this way. Go. And that's a master. Where's my line at? Right there. I know it's corny, but on my screen I have a line that tells me exactly where I need to go. Right there. It's not going to show for anybody who's watching. This does boost my lock picking. His room while he's asleep. Couple boots on in there. What was that he had? A fur mantle. It's got a value of 100. I'll take that. It's classified as stealing, so. I have one of those, but I could probably. Well, no, that's stealing. Never mind. Stealing as it is. Also, I did a little bit of off-camera inventory management. Basically cleaned everything I got from Gore. Loaded him down and was able to acquire this using that 10%. Where we at here? Right here. This novice robes of conjuration and illusion. So it's not a bad pickup here pretty early in the game. Conjuration spells cost 12% less to cast. You get 50% magic regen. And if I so choose to use some illusion, they also cost 12%. So not too bad. Actually, that fur cloak I put on her makes her look a little bit more sophisticated. I do want. I did see a magic Cycla. I was wanting to put that on, but I went back to that tavern, and that vendor was already gone, unfortunately. So I don't want to put that fur or that magicka hood on there. I don't know. This kind of takes away from her beauty over here. Dang, it is freaking dark in this place. Let's light this place up a little bit. I don't have anything. Wow, this place is empty. Take that gold up there, thank you. While I'm here. I think once I acquire Lydia, I think I'm going to make her my designated healer, and we're going to get Janessa here in a few minutes, and she's going to be our, I guess our DPS type lady. Gore is basically just my personal bodyguard. Anybody that gets, I'm not reading all these books right now, I'm just we'll come back to those. Make some progression on this. Ah, stealing that kid's right there too. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then once I go and get Lucian, I think he's in Fall Creek. It's gonna be a little bit before I get to him, but I'll probably try to get Janessa's quest knocked out. Because she has a quest of her own, just like Lydia will have one, Gore will have one, and like Camilla, she basically had one for us that we had to go basically and do Bleak Falls Barrow. But once I get Janessa done, then I'm going to use Lucian. He'll be my dedicated healer. I've already read that. One thing I like about that right there, it lets you know what books you've read and have not read. Saves you a little bit of time, that way you're not just reading the same thing over and over. Advertisement will help me. Not the roll paper either. I think we're good up here. Let me check this up here. Oh man, it's gonna take me out to the balcony. Load screens are going to be just a tad bit longer than if anybody else was playing, due to the fact that there are over 300 and something mods running at the same time. Do like that statue though. It is dark out here. Jeez. That's what I call a view right there. Nothing but the little fires lit. That's what you call true darkness, and the shadows on top of that just totally amplify everything. Makes it look so realistic. See out there, all you can see is just the trees and mountain tops.
What do you mean?
Okay, good. I think we're done here except for take that coin purse. I was lotting that. City of Stone. Some of these I'm going to come back on off camera, and I'm going to read these. But I mean, I could spend one whole episode just doing nothing but looking. I mean, look at this. These are all books that have not been read yet, and you know, I don't want to. Anybody who's watching, I don't want to waste their time just sitting here doing that. What we have here? Fur collar loose, fur collar tight. Okay. What we got here? Ah, we got some illusion. Okay. I like how it changes because my last playthrough I did, it was actually two-hand. It keeps you guessing, and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's going to be this. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be whatever the game's going to put in there. And I've already read that.
Just
Alright, we are done up here. Outside of the book reading, which like I said, I'll come back and take care of that. Unless somebody truly wants to see it, then I will read every book. You know, just leave it in the comments, and I will make it happen. Alright, now we're through up here. That's going to lead me out to the outer balcony. I don't think I've checked this yet. Close. Right. There's a another quest that we need to get down here in the prison, and I think there is someone else that we need to talk to down here in the prison too. So I could make him a companion, but I don't know if I want to or not. I don't want this to have too many companions. I want 3 tops. Everything down here is going to be stealing. Right here is what we need. Depth of Crimson Dirt. Go beyond the grave.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons, ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
Actually, I need to... Do I have enough to... I have 681. I think it costs 500 to acquire Janessa. Wow, I didn't think about that earlier when I was purchasing that that robe. But I think I'll have just enough. Okay. There's our guy we need to talk to. It's got a pretty lengthy dialogue here, so...
Greetings, fair lass. It's not often such beauty is allowed to blossom in such a cold and dreary place. They call me Larkspur. That name should tell you anything you need to know, and everything you want to believe.
Okay.
And I consider it bad form to leave a comely lass wanting.
Should I know you?
Perhaps. You may have heard rumors regarding my vicious appetite for women, and I assure you, I'm never vicious. You may have heard I'm a nefarious rogue who robs from the wealthy and gives to the poor, but there is nothing nefarious about justice. You may have heard I'm as tall as a giant and have claws like a werewolf. And so, I submit to you my hands as evidence, and you'll find that they're strong, but their touch is gentle.
Let's just keep it simple. No, I've never heard of you.
Then consider yourself blessed. You can hear the story of Larkspur from the one who lived it.
Alright, what brings you to the dungeon?
Would you believe me if I said to meet fair lasses such as yourself?
No.
I won't insult your intelligence with such a rehearsed approach. Yet, it's not all lies. The lass is most fair.
I do enjoy a man who... I detest false flattery, but coming from you, it's not so bad.
And I detest false humility, but in your case, I'll also make an exception. I confess, I didn't come to this dark and bleak dungeon to find such radiance. Yet it pleases me all the same. I come here every day to remind myself that I'm a free man, and to appreciate all the beautiful gifts life has to offer.
Okay. You were once a prisoner here?
I'm a bandit, a thief, which might strike you as odd considering this dashing head of mine is still attached to its body. After all, in this land only the rich get a trial, whether your capital is coin or politics. My pursuers couldn't execute me because I turned myself in. I turned myself in because the Jarl can't risk an execution. With the civil war going on, there's too much turmoil, and the Jarl knows his chair isn't exclusive to his bottom. To execute a bandit who sacks finely clothed men and spreads the coin among the people, well, that won't make that chair any more comfortable.
Okay. What made you become a bandit?
My mother. Truth is, I was a bandit before I was anything else. The bandit business was the family business, and I've been a no-good bandit since birth. My parents made it seem so romantic when I was a child. They would return and tell me tales of great beasts and come back with the skins as proof. Most of the time they brought back books they stole from caravans. They wanted a different life for me, but they weren't naive.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
They also taught me the trade, how to knock an arrow, shoot a troll between the eyes, and harvest its fat. As you might expect, I was a natural. They taught me how to kill a man, too, where the weak points were in his body and mind, how a simple illusion spell can pierce harder than any blade. When I went out on my own, however, I soon learned that the life of a bandit was far from romantic. There was no sense to the carnage. It didn't matter if you were rich or poor, armed or defenseless. If you walked the road, you paid the toll.
Okay. Well, even bandits should have some sense of honor.
I agree, but you'll have a hard time convincing a bandit of his moral obligation. Gold is far more persuasive.
Okay. Well, how did you eventually manage to create the Guild of Bandits?
It all changed when I read a book called The Beggar Prince, and I realized the beggars with eyes and ears on the streets were the key. I took what money I had and befriended them. I learned of the comings and goings of the city's wealthiest merchants and the mercs they hired. Soon, my whisperers included the townsfolk in the market district and the farmers who worked outside the castle walls. I knew what shipment was going out and when. I knew the men tasked to guard it, what time they woke up, their favorite drink, if they pissed in the river or liked to use a latrine.
Okay. But, so you still had information, but you still need men to do the raids?
Gathering the muscle for the job was easy. Most bandits are too stupid to organize a guild, but they know the shiny things are worth a lot of coin. The whole thing made for good business, and after every successful raid, I made sure to fill the coffers of the lower district. That's how I became Poverty's Prince. I merely invested in the very beggars and workers that the wealthy try so hard to ignore.
Okay. Well, what made you turn yourself in?
When the merchants found it too difficult to stop our raids, Alfred Battleborn used his considerable resources to threaten the people. He put the fear of the Daedra in the townsfolk, and the cost of information went up. Plus, the information we did get was unreliable. Alfred paid the beggars to misdirect us, or send us straight into ambushes. Say what you want about the Battleborns, but they're a clever group.
Okay. Well, tell me about your life as a bandit.
Now that's a time I don't mind revisiting. They called me Poverty's Prince, which, like the king in rags, is both the title of disrespect and honor. Whether a person thought it one or the other could tell you all you needed to know about their station. I myself accepted it with great pride.
Okay. As would anyone, to care for those in poverty is a virtue despite your methods.
What you say is true, and why I'm no true hero. I only wish I could have given more to the ones who needed it most.
Okay. You seem quite confident with women.
You'll find, my lady, that my confidence isn't without reason. And yet, while it's true that I'm an experienced lover, I'm not experienced in love. Perhaps you will be the one to win a lavender flower from me.
Lavenders?
Oh yes, to me, the lavender is the perfect embodiment of a woman, and I only give it to those who define that ideal. Which is what I'd say to a serving girl, but you aren't that, are you? No, I suspect you like a more forceful approach. I wonder if it's not the dashing prince of the poor, but the daring bandit you desire. While I enjoy both roles, I really prefer the latter, as it's much more honest.
Okay. Some women do seem to be attracted to men who are bad for them.
I'm not sure I entirely agree with that. It's not the bad qualities that attract. I know there's a perception among nice men that some lasses are completely mad, driven like a moth to a flame by men who treat them poorly. Their assumption is wrong, but the metaphor is apt. It's not the fire that attracts the moth, but the light. And it isn't the bandit in me that women adore.
So what is it about you that women find attractive?
The truth is, men like me can afford to be bad. We can afford to burn because our light shines so brightly. A nice man's light is so dim it attracts nothing. So he thinks it's better to extinguish his fire. To compete for the heart of the moth, he sells himself as a candle that doesn't burn. Yet the part that burns, decadence, lust, and avarice, is the same force that drives passion. And women want, no, need passion. This is how a man becomes a candle with neither light nor flame, and makes a cuckold of himself.
Okay. Do you ever consider there's more to life than chasing women?
You make it sound like life is something complex. Life's about one thing, and one thing only. Boredom, or rather, escaping it. Everything we do is an attempt to fill that time. I choose to bed a lass. Another may choose to marry one. The difference between that man and me is the level of commitment. Not to the lass, mind you, but to time.
Okay. What do you mean by commitment to time?
To stay interested, that man fills his life with wives and children. I'm gambling that even now, I can find something else to fill those empty days. Which is where your need of a companion and my needs collide. I'm willing to adventure with you, if you'll have me. The alternative is quite scary.
Tell me about your life in a dungeon.
Surely the lass doesn't wish to discuss such a dour subject. It doesn't become one so illuminating. But if that's my lady's request, then I'm but her humble servant.
Let's hear it.
As I said before, I came willingly, but I wasn't prepared for what came next. I made the mistake of thinking the guards were men of the people. I thought I'd live as the jarl of the dungeon with all the food I could eat and all the ale I could drink. And when the feast was over, I'd drink in the sight of maidens like yourself who would come to boost my spirits. It wasn't so. The guards aren't beholden to some idealistic sense of honor. They just want to fatten their coin purse.
Alright, so you're saying you were mistreated?
That's putting it a bit mildly. They beat me, starved me, and they gave me a health potion so they could beat me some more. When I refused to drink, they brought in a healer to restore me so that I'd survive another round of torture. It was a foul trick. The burns, the scars, none of it remained to show the horror of what I endured. I'm afraid I would have lost my sanity completely if not for the kind words of the man in the cell next door.
Okay. Any tales you'd like to share?
Most of my stories center around beautiful lasses, and this is no different. This story happened shortly after I was released. I received a letter from a courier penned by one Delvin Mallory. With my bandit career finished, he wanted to know if I was interested in joining the Thieves Guild. I confess I wasn't, but I was curious. Upon arriving in Riften, I met a gorgeous blonde Nord by the name of Mule. Her body was ripped with cords of muscle, but she was still a lady.
Okay. Real ladies are indeed muscular. In any case, what did you do?
I chatted with this tall drink of a woman, and learned she was far too righteous for one so filthy as I. Of course, that never stopped me before. Yet, even as we talked, I could sense the eyes of another watching me. Now I'm used to the wandering eyes of ladies, but these were filled with malice.
Okay. Did you find out who the person was?
That night I met Delvin outside the old Ratways. He put a blindfold on my head and led me to the Ragged Flagon. It's inside the guild that I met those eyes for the second time. Her name was Vex, and she said she had a job for me. Then she smiled. A rictus grin, so beautiful, yet so wicked. She never stopped smiling when she uttered the name of the mark. The name was Mule.
How did you react?
My heart was torn between these two women, the thief and the lioness. I yearned to have them both, yet it seemed I'd be forced to choose. According to Vex, Mule was staying at a man named Aaron's house, some worthless cuckold who shadowed her around wherever she went. A visitor had informed Vex that a bejeweled ship made of solid gold was kept in the guest room where Mule slept. If I stole the ship, I'd prove my worth to the guild, and to her.
What did you do?
I did what I always did when faced with a difficult decision. I went to the tavern and took in the noise. It's the silence that I can't abide. Something didn't sit right. Mule didn't seem like the type to purchase what amounts to a big gold boat, and Aaron, I've met men like him. Spineless, meek, and hopelessly in love. The kind of man who'd never let a lass sleep in a guest room, just as a lass would never sleep with him. When I broke into the house that night, my suspicions were confirmed. I bagged Aaron's golden ship, and returned to the Flagon the next morning. But this tale has a sad ending, for while Vex was pleased and Mule unsullied, in the end, neither would submit to my charms.
Okay. I've heard enough of the bandit stories.
Then, perhaps it's time we dispense with the words, and retreat to somewhere more private.
How did this other prisoner help you?
He'd wait until the guards have left, until the night grew still, and as I drifted toward the brink of madness, he'd slowly start to speak. He never addressed me directly. He'd simply tell stories and laugh heartily at his own jokes. They were such awful jokes. But his voice was filled with so much life, almost as if his heart was so full of joy, he couldn't help but give some of it to me.
Did you ever manage to thank the prisoner who saved you?
I wish I had. When my sentence was over, I was ushered quickly to the Bannered Mare, where friends and companions came to celebrate my release. We drank and feasted all night and passed along old stories like bottles of vintage wine. By the time I returned to this dungeon a week later, I found his cell empty.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I don't know if I'm going to use him. If I do, it's probably going to be way later on in the game, but he's going to be more of a thief, and I'm not really going to be using that kind of playthrough. So I just wanted to introduce him to the game, to everyone who's watching. Like I say, he's got pretty lengthy dialogue. And, take some soup here. Go. And I think he does have his own quest as well. Do I need to craft anything before we hit the road here? And I do not. Okay.
What do you need?
Did you get out of the way? Okay. Ah, stockpile, thank you. Thank you. The cabbage. Ooh, time between shout. Like that. Don't know why that was in there, but okay, that was a quick book. We have all kinds of stuff here we could take for food. Take that, all this cabbage here. What is that right here? Oh, it's not gonna let me take it. It's just there for looks. Oh, that's kind of dirty. Horse meat, the venison. Let's see what we can make here real quick. Take the cabbage, so I need 3 of those. And take some horse lunch and take some venison chops. Let's see what's down here real quick, and we'll go talk to Janessa. Oh yeah, the last episode we did purchase our horse, but it was dark and we were already up here, so we need to go and see what our horse looks like. I forgot about that. Had to run up here and catch this guy before he walked into the city. You don't care about those. Take that wheat. Health potion. Chest is empty. Increases your health by 10 points. No, I've got something way better than that. Septums, I've already read that, that's good. Okay. That's the Earl's quarters. that. Take that salt pile. Alright, we're done down here. Oh crap, there's 2 more books. Man, these things are everywhere.
Yeah.
Are you seriously not gonna let me read that? I'm not planning on coming back down here, so this was kind of a one-time get it while it's here. Because there's nothing else really down here to look at. Like I said, I'll probably come back off camera and get these over here and the ones up top there in the Jarl's quarters. What time is it? 9:31. Okay, it's daylight now. Nice. Once we come back from defeating the dragon, like I said, we'll get Lydia, and we're gonna go and we're gonna talk to every NPC. Because we gotta talk to this guy over here.
You lost.
Save up the money, and we're gonna adopt this. She's not here right now. I think it's Lucy. I think that's her name. I think there's another boy we're going to adopt later on.
Don't worry about that.
Owning
We're
a
going to help
Yes.
her, Paulada, and we're going to help her. I think she has a missing son. Oh yeah, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and give those salts to Arcadia's. Foreign girl, I think, wanted me to take care of that. That's on my mind. So much I'm trying to remember here.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
I bet you do. I have some frost salts for you from Ferngard.
Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice.
Frost salts. Potion of brief invisibility. Okay, enhanced stamina. So you're a healer?
Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed.
Okay. You ever think of returning to Cyrodiil?
Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20!
Calm down. Jeez, just ask a question.
Take care of yourself.
Alright, get me out of here.
What's the point of paying for stuff?
Wow, we can craft all kinds of stuff here.
Keep trying new things.
Okay.
Alchemy rewards inquisitive minds.
Yeah, restore magic. What we got? And I might craft these later on. Go ahead and use those just to sell. Alright.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? Hmm? What of Thorald? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorald?
Do you believe this old...
Hey,
Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner.
Yeah?
Coward, your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
alright,
Come on,
let's
Father.
calm
There's
down
nothing
here.
more to be said here.
Spare a coin for a poor old beggar?
All I can think about is my son, my Thorald. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
How do you know they're lying?
It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
Okay. Got that activated.
Look, you've already been told you're not allowed. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no
Oh
trouble.
yeah.
All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information.
And exactly who are you looking for?
A woman. A foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Okay. And, who are you looking for again?
We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city.
And exactly why are you looking for this person?
It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
Okay.
If you locate her, find us in Rorikstead.
Rorikstead, okay.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
This Battle of Champions. Between set for actors if not. Through Pierce. Okay. Oh, Janessa. Forward.
We sell bows, arrows, and ale. A unique combination, to be sure.
What the hell, man? Where's she at? That's not good.
I can tell you're no stranger to the wild.
No handouts. Now scat.
Meet your hunting needs.
Well, okay, I guess Janessa is not here. So, we will go and take care of this strike. I guess
Yes.
when we come back, we'll see if she's here. We've diddled that enough here.
Just remember, everything's better bloody.
I really do like the guards' outfits. I think they're a lot better than the base game version. What the hell was that? Holy shit! Yeah, get him! I thought it was a friendly... God!
What do you need?
Oh, you got me kind of worried over and covered?
Yeah.
Try some things with you
Just
here.
leave me all the food.
Oh, you got it. What am I over and covered? Give you that. What's all this? Give him all this too. No, that's probably weighing me down a little bit. Linen rat. Yeah, that's.
All right then.
That was crazy. I mean, I thought, yeah, I thought it was just a friendly.
Yes.
They say you're linked Grey Mage. Perhaps weapons that can make heroes.
I'll talk to them when we get through. It's stealing. Alright, let's get our horse. I guess that's one way to get out with it. I'm not gonna really, I might purchase a couple houses, but this is the one that's gonna be mine. Right here. That's one of the mods I put in here. And I think it has its own little story with it, so, and it's very nice. But first things first, we have a dragon to take down, so I was hoping to have Janessa here, but
no signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been. I know it looks bad. We've got to figure out what happened. If that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out. Look for survivors. We need to know what should we do.
We don't have time to evaluate our riding skills right now. We have a dragon to kill. And we need to go ahead and do a quick F5.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsman, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
Oh, is that already coming? Okay. Yeah. No! Yeah, I don't know if I want all those. I don't know if I want to go all into outfit. Wow, I almost got maxed out on weight. Shout section, equipment related to shelters. Okay.
Just remember, everything's better bloody.
Yeah, okay. Let me give you some stuff here.
Just leave me all the food.
I'll give you all of these dragon bones. Yeah, that should be good also, the rest of that.
Let's go.
Power of old, the voice of the Dragonborn.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn
I can't
business,
believe it.
but I'm sure glad you're with us.
Dragonborn.
Hey, one at a time, okay?
Right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Okay. Now you.
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
No, I think you might be right.
Yes, I think I am. You can shout now. That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we picked that dragon literally down to the bone. There was just nothing left
today. Bandits, Forsworn, Imperials, Stormcloaks. So many choices.
Yeah, there are.
So hard to choose.
What do you say, Irle? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irle. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them, but I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecar. You ain't a gnome.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm glad you're on our side.
Well, right now I'm not on any side, but you know, we'll see how things go here. Okay, guess the only thing left to do is to head back to the Jarl and tell him what happened. I don't know if I want that. Nope. I want that, and I'll take that off. Shit, where'd my horse go? It's way up here. Wow. Do want to grab some healing here. I think that's good. Okay, this will, let's see. Let's see if we can improve. What can we, I want to... Ah, let's ride. Okay, evaluate your riding skills. Harvest ingredients while mounted. Okay. Find us some ingredients. Ah, come on, get it back over there. Let's go, ride. You don't have to do anything, just go. Go. Perform a fast mount. Go. Okay, let's call a horse. Alright, let's, I think we were too close. Let's... Stand where your horse can see you. Okay. Let's go back a little further here. Command horse to follow. How do we do that? Oh, okay. Get off. Follow me. Purchase equipment from... Well, I already did, but I mean, I don't have enough septums here. I'll have to complete that one later. Ah. Now, I wonder how long this elk is going to sit here. Will it sit here the entire game? I guess we'll find out. I like the new doors. Right, we leveled up. We need to find some place to sleep. Get some more magicka.
Just remember,
We'll run up here, talk to the Jarl real quick. Let him know that the dragon has been dealt with. And we should get Lydia.
Yes?
Among the stars! What you were once man,
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
Okay.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean?
Did you need something?
Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So
Okay.
what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
Yes, the watchtower was destroyed, but we did kill the dragon.
I knew I could count on Irileth. But there must be more to it than that.
There is. Evidently, it turns out I'm something called Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn?
Everything. When the dragon died, I absorbed some kind of power from it.
So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you.
Yes, the Greybeards.
Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
And what do these Greybeards want from me?
The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Brungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Norman nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, what, Dragonborn.
No nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant.
Alright, let's
These
calm down,
are
everybody.
sacred
Come on.
traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Prongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately.
Okay.
There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl. and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we?
No.
We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
What do you need?
Okay. Let's go talk to Lydia.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
Okay, you must be Lydia, my new housecarl.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And there's her quest. So housecarl, I guess we should get to know each other.
Yes, my Thane? Are you Dragonborn?
Well, it seems so.
Mara's mercy. Dragonborn.
I guess that means we have to fight dragons?
As you will, my Thane. You're helping the good folk of Whiterun. How could I say no to that? I will protect you with my life.
That you will. So you're okay with that? It could be dangerous.
Of course, ma'am. It's an honor to serve you.
Okay. Look, housecarl, I'm new to this. How does our relationship work exactly?
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
Okay. Yeah, about that. I'm having some concerns.
Oh?
Well, you're a young and beautiful woman. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
So you're concerned about my beauty? Really? With dragons on the loose and a war going on? Do you think I would run?
I didn't say that.
Good. Where else would I want to be but here, my Thane? Fighting at your side.
Well, since you feel that way, I guess we should talk about the other.
Yes? How can I serve you, my Thane?
So, housecarl, do we stick together or something?
Sleep together? I hardly think so.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
All right. I can see you're propositioning me.
Look, I'm just trying to figure this out.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I am the simple and traditional woman. I find the concept of sleeping with you morally unsettling.
We'll see about that. Okay, I see.
I am devoted to the goddess Mara. Her benevolence saved me from sin and wickedness.
Sin and wickedness?
Yes, that's right. She is the bearer of love and the patron of marriage. Lady Mara can save you from your trials as well.
My trial is that it's cold outside.
My Thane, you don't need my body. The warmth of Mara can see you through.
Look, isn't she a love goddess? I'm sure she's okay with this.
I respectfully disagree. I am your sword and your shield. I'm afraid I have nothing else to offer you.
We'll see.
Now let's pretend we never had this discussion.
Alright, housecarl.
Good. Oh, you poor thing, you must be starving. I'm thinking of making some apple cabbage stew.
Apple cabbage stew?
I will keep you fed, my Thane. Maybe I'll do turnips next.
Housecarl, there is more to life than turnips and Mara.
Of course.
Come, housecarl. Dragons and dangerous creatures. We should get some gear.
As you wish, my Thane.
Let's see. Follow me.
Lead the way.
Okay, now. She's on my list now, so I can
What's on your
actually
mind?
tweak her, maybe? Yeah. And I want her... Normally she's just going to be like a sword and shield, but I want her to be...
Do let me...
hang
I'm
on.
right behind you.
Okay, I need the power of your illusion spell, no. Here we go. Friend, can you provide healing for the party? And... Okay. Well, the heal list is enabled. So,
Let me know if I can...
okay, go over here to our system. Mod configuration, and we'll go with B with healer. We should now see Lydia is now the healer for the group. Call your healer. Heal player, heal both target. So not only will she heal me, she will also heal Gore or whoever else is with me.
Service.
Go. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we're going to end this episode right here. We got quite a bit accomplished here. We took out the dragon. We now have our house Carl. Lydia, she is going to be our group healer, and I just need Janessa for a little bit of DPS, and of course I'll provide the support for, you know, like conjuring up creatures and stuff like that. And then we have Gore, anybody, he's like my little Secret Service agent over here. Anybody gets near me, he's just going to clobber them to death. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to have our little 4-man group.
Yeah.
Going all the way through Skyrim here. So I think that's going to be it for this one. Next episode, we are going to leave the safety of Whiterun. We're going to check out our new estate over here. See what it has to offer. And I think we may... Normally, I always go east all the way over into Riften, but I want to mix it up a little bit, you know. Really, what I want to do and what I really should be doing is going all the way up north to the College of Winterhold and getting me some conjuration spells, some really good ones. And I think we may end up doing that. I'm between now and next episode, I'll either go north or we're going to go west. Because I really need to go... Actually, Lucian is in Markarth. I'm sorry, not... Yeah, he's in Markarth. He's way out here. So, once I get him, Lydia will be our primary damage dealer, and by then I should have Janessa's quest taken care of, so I'll have no need for her anymore. But it should be a good time, so stick around. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.